Hi guys, I hope you are doing well. Do you know what happens if one chunk in a Salesforce batch fails? Does the whole batch roll back? Will chained batches still run? And what if the finish method itself crashes? Let's break down these 4 tricky batch scenarios. These are all failure scenarios that every Salesforce developer should know. Let's start from the basic. So we have 2 batches, batch A and batch B. Batch A is going to process 10 chunks and batch B is also going to process 10 chunks. After batch A is completed, it is going to trigger batch B from its finish method. Okay, so basically this is your batch A. Okay, and inside your finish method, you are going to call batch B. So both are linked to each other. This is nothing but chaining. Okay, chaining 2 batches. The scenario is clear. Batch A is going to have 10 chunks and batch B is going to have 10 chunks. Most of you already know the basics of batch. So when I mean 10 chunks, it means basically if you have 10,000 records to process and your batch size is, let's say, 100, then your entire transaction is going to split into 10 chunks. Okay, so basically if this is your synchronous transaction which is processing 1000 records at a time, the batch is going to split that transaction into 10 chunks and each chunk is going to have its own transaction. Basically every batch will have start and then this is execute, but execute is getting executed multiple times based on your batch size. So here 10 times execute is going to process as there are 10 chunks, and at the end there will be finish method, and this is whole known as batch. Okay, so batch will have start, execute, finish. Execute will have multiple chunks in them, and then after all the chunks are processed, then your finish is going to get called. Okay, this is the basic anatomy of batch class. Now let's start with the first question. So the first scenario is your batch A fails. Okay, will it roll back other chunks? And consider a situation where batch A is processing 10 chunks, okay, where one chunk fails during execution. Will the failure of that chunk cause other chunks to roll back, and what will be the final outcome? So basically, let's say out of 10 your 9 chunks are successfully processed and 1 chunk is failed. Okay, so the question is, will these 9 chunks get rolled back or not? So in batch class, your every operation is running into different thread. Okay, and every thread is independent of each other. So even if your one thread fails, even if your one chunk fails, others are going to get committed in the database. Nothing is going to happen to them. So the answer is simple. The failure of one chunk will not cause other chunks to roll back, and the failed chunk will be rolled back. And while other remaining 9 chunks will continue processing and their changes will be committed. Okay, their changes will be committed. This is because each chunk in the batch apex runs in an independent transaction. Remember that. So failure in one transaction does not impact others. Okay, this is the simple scenario of one batch is failing, one chunk is failing, others are not impacted. Simple. Now let's make this little bit trickier. Now let's say your one chunk in batch A fails. Will batch B still get queued? Okay, we know that batch B is chained from batch A. Batch A is triggering batch B. So if my one chunk in batch is failing, will batch B still get queued? Okay, the question is trying to say my execute has already failed and my finish is making call to another batch. Now this batch B will get triggered or not? In simple words, the answer is batch B will still get triggered. Okay, your one chunk has failed, 9 are successful from batch A. Whatever happens to your execute chunks, your finish is definitely going to get executed. Okay, so the concept here is finish method is executed after all the chunks have been attempted, regardless of individual chunk failures, as long as the batch is not aborted. So see, unless and until you do not abort your batch manually by yourself, the finish method will always get executed. So even if your one chunk is failed of batch A is going to go inside your finish and call the batch B. Okay, this is very important concept. Finish is always executed. Now few things you need to remember about finish. When finish is not called, there are few exceptions. As I said, manual abort. If user or system admin aborts the job via UI or code, let's say if you have uncaught exception in start itself, if the start method is failing, then your finish is not going to get called because batch has not even started, because your start itself failed. The third is any fatal system error. If you ran out of your limits, if some fatal error occurred, in that case your finish is not going to get called. But these are, you know, rare exceptions. Nobody is going to manually abort your job unless there is a need, right? In normal scenarios, your finish will get executed, and whatever you have written in your finish, that will get executed. So instead of batch B, you can have anything. You can have email notification, or you can have field update there. Let's say you want to update the summary of your batch class, how many records got updated, how many got failed. So there can be anything in your finish: field update, email notification, flow invocation, anything that is going to take place, even if your batch has failed one chunk. Now the question 3. Now this is getting more tricky, but stick with me. It's easy. Breathe in, breathe out. Now question 3 is about finish. Question 1 and 2 were about execute failing. Okay, like 9 out of 10 are passed and 1 is failed. Okay, now finish method is failing. There is a difference. Okay, so question 3 is, in batch A, your finish method fails. Now will batch B get executed? Now in this case, your all 10 chunks are successfully processed. But now when you reach to your finish method, there is some exception in the finish method before triggering the batch B. Now what will be your final outcome? Now in this case, batch B will not be triggered, because even if your all 10 chunks are passed, but your finish method itself has failed, so your batch B will not get chained. Okay, because the triggering source has been failed. Finish method of batch A is failed, so your batch B is not going to get triggered. So whatever you write after finish, if any exception occurs before that logic, then the next batch is never initiated. Even though the previous transaction was successful, batch B is not going to get triggered. Okay, now question 4. Okay, now we are talking about batch B now. If batch B fails, then what? Will it roll back changes made by batch A? Consider a situation where batch A completes successfully. Batch A is completed. Now batch B starts. But batch B processes 10 chunks and then 2 chunks are failed. What will be the final outcome? This is the favorite question of all interviewers. They make you imagine batches chained together, and then they ask, if one batch is failed, what happens to the previously executed batch? Will it roll back? Okay, so the concept here is, if the chained batch is failed, then will it roll back the changes made by the previous batch? Now again, try to remember the concept from question 1. In batch, your all transactions are running in independent thread. No one is dependent on each other. Everyone is running on its own. The same concept will apply over here. Batch A is already successful, right? So it will remain fully successful, and all of its changes are committed. And batch B, 8 chunks are successful, they will be committed. 2 failed chunks, they will be rolled back. And why? Because as I said, each batch job and the chunk within that batch job is running in separate transaction. Please understand this. So total there are 20 threads running, 10 for batch A plus 10 for batch B. Everyone is running in their own path. Their path is different, independent from each other. So whatever happen in their path does not impact the other threads, other paths. Okay, so the failures are isolated within batch also and within chunks also. We saw all 4 scenarios. Batch A's behavior individually. Then the second question was batch A failing in executing but finish is executed. Then the third question was batch A execute is passed but finish is failed. And then question 4 was batch A is passed but batch B has failed. Okay, so we covered all 4 scenarios, and in all 4 failure scenarios, if you just remember 2 concepts, independent thread operation and finish is always executed. Just remember these 2 key points, and then you are good to answer any confusing scenario, any confusing question. Okay, and let's say if someone asks you, my chunk has been failed, what if it is not getting rolled back? It means they are using database dot update or insert, such kind of call. Okay, so if you do normal update, it will be rolled back. But if you use database dot update, then there is one parameter, all or none, and if that is false, then the whole transaction is not rolled back. Okay, it is not rolled back. So these two chunks can still be successful if you are using database dot something. So it depends on what DML you are using. In normal DML, your chunk will be rolled back completely, and in database DML you will have partial success. Even if your chunk is failing, you will have partial success. Okay, so we have covered all 4 scenarios. I hope this was useful for you. If you have liked this video, please press the like button, drop the comment down in the comment section, and if you want to get in touch with me, you can find my details in the description box. Thank you.